Hey, my name's Josiah. I run ScaleServe, which is an AI consulting firm. To be honest with you, this is like my first time ever doing some sort of long form content type of video. But to briefly explain, AI infrastructure is not necessarily a new business model, but I think it's still kind of new. And that sounds very confusing, but it's like a combination of all the AI business models, which sounds a little complex, but I can genuinely explain this very well. So, as you've seen from the title, Blueprint to 100K in quarter four selling AI infrastructure. Now, who are we going to sell this to? We're going to look for service based businesses and we're going to do a quick Google search, look up business, service based business, and then the city. Now, we have an ideal client profile when we are doing outreach. We want to see if they have a website, we want to see their ratings and reviews and the amount and how long they've been in the business for. Ideally, no website, a good rating but low amount relatively to their competitors, and the like the length of their business time, so how long they've been in the business for. And it's pretty simple. We could just do it right here. So for example, I had it already saved. So this business, San Francisco Heating and Air Conditioning Services, they don't have a website. They do have a good review, 4.9, but they have 31 compared to their competitors. That's a low amount. But we want to see on top of that if they're even in business still. So we want to look at their reviews and we want to see most recent one was edited a month ago, but 2 months ago. So they're probably still operating. And we just want to go to the bottom of the list and see. Their oldest review was 12 years ago. So they do have a long history of being in the business, which is good. So how are we going to even reach these people? Well, we're going to do cold outreach through cold calling. And I know cold calling is not the easiest thing to do, but you have to do it. Now, you might want to do cold DMs, cold email, other forms of reaching out. But most of these business owners, they're old, so they don't really use social media. They really don't respond to their email. They're probably don't even respond to their text. So you really want to cold call them. And cold calling is something you just have to do over and over and over again to get good at. Me myself, I don't think I'm that good, but I think I'm good enough to book calls. I've booked calls. This is something you just have to do. You just have to get more shots up. You just have to get more reps. So here's a little, I guess, model to the cold call. And again, it's not gonna go down like this. It's not gonna go down the way this is written. But you don't say, hey, is this business name? They tell you, yeah, and hopefully it's the owner. You can tell when it's the owner or not when the owner, but you could tell when it's like a receptionist or someone who's not the owner. You could just tell. Anyways, if it's the owner, great. Did I catch you at a bad time? They tell you no. And then that's where you go pitch. So you say, well, I appreciate your time. So look, I came by your business page and saw that you had some really great reviews. Insert the rating, whether it's like 4.5, 4.9, whatever the case is. It's really great. But you didn't have a website, so I went ahead and built you one. If I can show you how I can help you generate an extra 5 to 10,000 a month through this website, would you want to hop on a call later and hear more about it? This is important. This, if I can do this, would you want to do that? That is important because you're offering them a website. The business owner the business owner hasn't had a website in like 10 years, 5 years, 15 years. Why would they want one now? And that's where you lead with value. They don't care that the website's built. At the end of the day, they only care about how is this going to make me more money. So you want to lead with value because again, businesses are made to make money. You want to make money with making a business, unless you're nonprofit, of course. But most business owners want to make more money, and if they say yes, which again, it's not going to be as simple as that. They're going to have objections. They're going to tell you things like they're not interested. It's going to cost money. What do I got to do? All that. But you want to pitch the meeting or the sales call. You don't want to pitch the service over the phone right there. You need to pitch the meeting. Anyways, if they do say yes, boom, you're in the right direction. Now, if they say yes, you obviously need to build a website. Now, I recommend Go High Level. This software is great. They offer a free trial, and I'm gonna tell you a little secret. They offer trial extensions. You just gotta ask for it. But you want to build a website on this, and I'll go into why this one specifically. So you go over to Go High Level, set up your account, set up a sub account, and then you want to go to sites. Go to websites. I already have one right here for the video, but you go to from template. Let's do if you were doing roofing's right here. You could do landscaping, landscaper. So they have really everything. But you build the website, you get the template, and then you fill the information in with their business name, whatever. You could go create a logo in Canva and just put it there, or just use AI to generate it. But you want to at least show them that you have a nice looking website, so they feel like you actually put time into their business. And I don't know why it's not loading, but that's where you build the website. Now, a website is all good, but how is it going to actually have customers come in and actually become people that want the service or book the service? Well, Go High Level offers calendars where they can book onto. So you want to go create a calendar. I went here for plumbing, just new calendar, personal booking, do the times that they're available. It's that simple. So that's good. But you want to explain this to the business owner. What is the point of having a good website that looks nice, does all that, but it doesn't convert people into actual customers? So you want to offer them a chatbot, and that's pretty simple to set up. So Go High Level offers that too. So you want to go to AI agents, conversation AI, create bot, appointment booking. You want to go to next. Make sure it's only under chat widget and live chat. Just give it a name like chat widget bot. Their first name. I mean their initial message. It could be just hey, it's Valerie from Pro HVAC, whatever the business name is. You go to next. You want to give them their goals, so they need to collect name, email, phone, address, city. To be honest, doesn't really matter, but if the client wants that, then add that. And then just give it the objective of this, which is ask the user for their issue or service needed. And then go create a custom field and Go High Level in settings. I have mine under service type for this specifically. And then an example, I am in need of a repair in my AC, something like that. And then you want to select the calendar, so the one that you created earlier, and then save. I already have an agent built for this. So then to integrate it into the website, you want to go to chat widget. I already have to here from just making sure everything's working for the video. But click live chat. Pretty simple. You want to click get code, copy, go back to sites, your website that you built out. Want to open the website, want to open up the editor. And then you want to go add code, drop the code in right here, open code editor, paste the code from the chat widget. Now I'm not going to paste that in because I already have mine set up right here, but you just click save once you're done and let it load. Open this up and it'll be right here. Now I already opened this up, so the way this will look to a new person coming on the website, I'm going incognito so you can see how a new person would see. This will show up right here. Hi there, have a question, text us here. You open it up, you tell them what you need. Imagine you were a potential customer. I have an issue with my AC. And it will tell them this. And wait a couple seconds to actually assign someone to make the person thinking they're actually going to talk to a real person. And that's where it comes to text. So you fill it out. Um, you just put answer the questions like a real person. The bot responds pretty quickly, as you can see right here. What's the best email address? You just put your email address. So yeah, it's pretty easy to make. It's not hard. Go High Level is so great with making things easy. So then you want to create form submissions, which is also easy. Uh, it's undersized as well. You want to go to forms. I already have one built out. It looks like this. You just create it. You want to add this question. It has all these, pretty simple. And then you click save once you're done. Go back to your website. Um, click the page where the form would be. The form will be in this one. It's right here, just under form element. It's pretty simple. I promise you, this thing is not that hard. And then Go High Level has appointment confirmation / reminders, which is created the workflows, which is a whole other thing. That is another thing. But it has past customer review requests. So now, this is how we're gonna rank your client. So we're gonna ask them for all their old customers because they've been in the business for a long time, so they'll have their customers. And we're gonna ask them for their number and name, create the list, and we're going to ask them for a review request. Just they put in a review, thank you. And the way we're gonna get them to put in a review is that we're going to invest in a like $100, $250 Amazon gift card. Say if you write a review, you'll be entered into a giveaway. They all do that. For the people who put in a new review, you just click one of their names randomly, give them the gift card. Like actually fulfill that part. So that's how we're gonna get a bunch of reviews. On top of that, Go High Level has an automatic review reply. That's pretty easy to set up. Just look it up on YouTube. But I'm trying to save time for this video. So now that you have a bunch of reviews and they've all been replied to, your client is gonna be ranked a lot higher on the Google business pages. So when someone looks up HVAC or plumbing, whatever the niche is for your client, they'll be a lot higher. Now, on top of that, we'll do a reactivation campaign where we use your client's old leads that haven't converted into customers yet, and we'll just do a mass like SMS blast to old leads. We'll say like $1,000 off or 25% off, just whatever the case is. You want old leads to convert into actual customers. And the reason you want this is because once you get your client signed, you want to lead with value. You want value within the first 2 weeks. So these last three things are going to be very early value. And the reason they want this is because again, it makes them more money. It's pretty simple. They just want more money. So yeah, after that, you want to offer this as well. With ranking higher on Google, they're going to get a lot more leads. Now, your client is going to be bombarded with leads because they're a lot higher. They're not used to being that high. And they're already dealing with the reactivation campaign customers. So they're going to be busy and they won't be able to pick up the phone. Now, to solve the problem that we created, we're going to offer them AI receptionists that pick up the call 24/7. Now, an AI receptionist is its own thing. They're pretty easy to make. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, they genuinely aren't that hard. You can use Vappy, Retail, Synflow. I personally use Vappy, but up to you. And this is pretty simply explanatory. It picks up all the calls because it's 24/7. Won't miss a call. And the reason a business owner would want this is because it makes them more money, get more jobs, and it's on their calendar. And this this in itself could be sold for a lot, but you're creating the problem and the solution, and the business owner will see the value in that. And the last thing within the service delivery I think you should upsell this personally. I don't think you should offer this upfront because there's already a lot to fulfill. But again, new customers, more money. It's pretty easy to explain why lead generation will get them more money. But I think you should offer this like later on after they have been fulfilled and they like what you're doing, and if they want more, obviously, then go recommend lead gen. But that is basically the business model. But when it comes to selling, you don't want to go sell about the 12-hour flight to the Caribbean islands. You want to sell the vacation. They only care about the vacation. Why? Because it's who cares about the 12-hour flight? Like they care about the vacation, which in the analogy I'm referring to the money. So, simply put, when you're explaining all this, don't overcomplicate your pitch. Just explain how it makes them more money. It just explain that it's making them more money. Now, then they'll ask, oh, okay, so then what does this do? What is that? That's when you go and explain what each thing does. But don't overcomplicate your pitch. If they ask you, why is the website going to convert? Then you going to say, oh, yeah, well, because it's a chatbot. And people actually are able to have a conversation with someone, well, an AI, but they'll think it's someone. Now, because it's like a new business model, I really don't know where to price, but I think it should be a high ticket. I think at the minimum 5,000 up front. But to make your client feel at ease with it, I think you should just do half until this happens. So you just be like, okay, you guys agree on 5K. Okay. So then you just do half. So half up front to get the website done, reactivation campaign done, old reviews, all that until X happens. So you could just do like 2.5 thousand up in the front and then 2.5 thousand again until I get you 50 reviews or until someone wants a new roof or until we get you 3 new clients. Whatever the case is, just until something happens so they feel more at ease. And then you want to do your monthly retainer. And the way I would price is that is 2,000 plus the cost of the AI receptionist. So depending on whatever software you use, it's gonna cost you money. Vapi and Retail are both pay as you go. Synflow is pay up front and you get an X amount of minutes. But um, I think that's how you can price the monthly retainer. But honestly, you could probably do like 10,000 up front, 2,500 a month, 3,000 a month, whatever the case is. Do it towards what the business owner is actually able to invest and what is reasonable. Do not ask for 10,000 if you don't think you could deliver $30,000 in actual profit to the business owner. So be reasonable. Don't be crazy. Again, this is up to you. If the business owner wants to do 20,000, be able to deliver at least 60,000 in profit. Whatever the case is, be able to deliver. You don't want to under deliver and give yourself a bad rep. So yeah, that's the business model to AI infrastructure. This is my plan to make 100,000 this quarter 4. If you are a business owner, happen to watch, and you want this in your service, I mean in your business, let me know, and I'll definitely set it up. Cause I am so confident in this business model. Um, if you see the value in it, then obviously we're on the same page. And if you saw this for yourself, hey, good luck to you. I know this will work. I 100% know. If you guys have questions, leave it in the comments. If you want to know more, I'm gonna post a lot more. I have a TikTok and Instagram. I'll put it in the bio description. I mean, sorry, but yeah, if you guys are still here, click off because I'm done. No, I'm kidding. I appreciate you watching though. If you got this far, so thank you.